Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Barely Necessities. That's laughingplace.com's live discussion of Disney merchandise. I'm Rebecca Mosley, the co-founder of Laughing Place, along with me each and every week to discuss all these fun things that we want to be adding to our shelves, our drawers, our closets, our keychains, you name it, our pin collections. We talk about them here. That's Rebecca Burbank, our site manager. Hey, Rebecca. How is
Hi.
it?
It's good. It's busy. How are
It
you?
has been. It has been. It's been a busy time around here. Unfortunately, it's been a lot of kind of bummer news. Star
Yes.
Cruiser closing, Disney Plus pulling stuff. So, there's been a lot of that, but we've got some fun stuff to talk about around here today. So, we can kind of put that behind us and focus on churro headgear.
Yes. I love this. I think this is one of the best Disney park snacks adaptations to a headband, if you will. I think this looks really, really good.
It looks so adorable. I am not usually that keen on like the donut ones I've seen
Mhm.
or whatever, but for whatever reason, this one I'm with you. It's still, I think maybe it's just the color palette,
That's
the with the
possible.
like the
Yeah.
it's a very like the very nice and neutral. Because I think with the donut you tended to go with like those bright, colorful sprinkles and stuff.
Right.
Oh, there you go. Geo thinks if he selects these, he'll end up being that guy
There you
for
go.
laughing.
Yes.
So, so there you go. That's awesome. But no, these are adorable. They popped up over it's Shop Disney, right, Becca?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, so cute. I love them. Let's see. Where are we heading next? We
Oh, we're
are
heading to fun.com
okay.
and we've got some glasses. Yes. So a couple weeks ago, we were talking with our friends at fun.com and you've seen a couple items from them already. They gave us a option to browse their site. And so I picked a couple different things that I thought would be fun to feature that are exclusive to fun.com in terms of the design and like the character versions that we have here. So this is Nightmare Before Christmas 4-piece glass set. And they all feature Jack Skellington, as you can see there. They're like the stemless wine glasses kind of, but you can totally use them for juice or mocktails. I've been even soft drinks. So I've done a little bit of everything. um, they're weighted, like they're pretty heavy on the bottom, and the tops are a little bit like if you turn them upside down, I feel like they're gonna not do great. Well, you're supposed to hand wash them, but I drain them in my dishwasher, and so if I don't place them carefully, the tops, I feel like if they're upside down, they're gonna tip over. So, but yeah, the designs are really nice, and yeah, Kyle drank a fake beer, right? I will say the rim is like it's a little hard to get your hands in there. Like you can't wash all the way with a full hand. You'll have to just use like a sponge or something, and then finally, there we go. But yeah, these are really, really cute, and I think they work for any type of party that you're going to have, or if you're really celebrating Halloween or Christmas. It's a fun gift or something fun to have for your guests to use.
I'm a fan of the stemless goblet look, the feel in the hand, the way it looks sitting on the table. So you can add some Jack Skellington to the fun around the house and drink fake beer.
That's right. Yes. Well, yeah.
Ooh, fake beer. You have to text me which one later, Kyle. Maybe I'll give it a try. It's time to start. Let's see. Okay, I've got all sorts of things buzzing at me. Okay. We are moving from one holiday to the next with Hallmark's Dream Book. We've got a lot of Disney related ornaments over there. Becca's kind of gathered up a few of them for us.
Actually, this was Paul. I want to
Oh,
point
thank
that
you.
out. So yes,
Okay.
he's our ornament guy. But yeah, definitely wanted to take a look at these because it's never too early to start shopping for your Christmas decorations, right?
Oh no, they've got some gorgeous ones coming out from all sides of the Disney globe, or I guess a globe doesn't really have sides, but spheres of the Disney world.
There you go. Quadrants. Hemispheres. Yeah, this is adorable. And fittingly, it's the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. So I would expect to see lots of that.
And it is especially dangerous, Geo, for those who are fans of the Haunted Mansion this year. They've got a number of ornaments that can illuminate various aspects of the mansion, whether it's the mansion itself, Madame Leota, the organist of the ballroom, or the coffin. You can find it. Let me scroll back up. There you go. The coffin is also among the
Which
items.
is incredible.
Yeah, it is so cool. And they play based on the copyright info that's listed on the ornament, they play a bit of Grim Grinning Ghosts. So they light up, play
quite
Grim
appropriate.
Grinning Ghosts. So yeah, see, there you go. The finest characters this side of the tropic. Hey, Alexander, tell your friend Trent we hope his day turns around. Hope it gets better. Maybe a little peek at Mickey here, jumping aboard Peter Pan's flight will bring a smile to his. This is adorable.
I like this. Yeah. I think it's fantastic. Oh, and Mickey, so he looks like he's all dressed up too, because of course he is. It's quite appropriate.
You've got young Lord picking the sword from the stone.
Yeah, I like the detail, and I think I'm going to guess that some of it's not just the lighting, but the way that it's painted to give it some of that dimension and shadow there. I think that looks awesome.
And of course, there's a little bit of Halloween. There's a couple little Halloween ornaments as well. But this was the one that caught my eye, and it isn't in the Dream one specifically. And yes, Tony, you are correct. That the Haunted Mansion ones, those are part of those sets that they have, where if you buy a collection of them, they can set off so that your tree in essence becomes like a little show. I remember it with the Star Wars set previously, where you would have the Death Star on top of the tree would say something, and then the Luke or droids or Vader or Obi-Wan, and it was almost like it would recount a moment in the film. And so I'm be interested to see as time rolls on how these Haunted Mansion ones work together. But the one that caught my eye was the electric, was this adorable one featuring Mickey and Minnie aboard a parade float. And it plays Baroque hoedown.
Of course.
So yay. Super, super cool.
Yeah.
So this one also has that power up, but I don't have the impression that it connects with other things in that same way, but we'll learn more about it. And then they have some 100 years, which have put kind of that platinum spin on classic ornaments. So these were some additional keepsake items that I stumbled on outside of that, as Geo described it, oh so dangerous dream book. So be sure to check out the write-up on Laughing Place by Paul for more on the Star Wars, Marvel, Pixar ornaments available. Now, yesterday, Becca and I stumbled on a teaser on the socials from RockLove, and then today we got to find out more about it.
I think this is, I like that they went in this direction. So this is a Flora collection, and it's stacker rings with flowers inspired by various Disney princesses. I think there's 6 total, and 6 princesses total, because that's way more than 6 rings. But some of them are available. Everything's available in sterling silver, and then either the 14 karat yellow gold plated or the rose gold plated. And I think I like this. I like this a lot. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm very fond of it. Honestly, when I saw it, I thought of it as kind of a nice budget wedding set. And as somebody who didn't want to invest in a massive ring, and in fact only ended up doing the whole worn engagement ring for a while and then changed over to a band, this I would have gone in this area where, you know, have the more simplistic one and then get the more beautiful addition stacker to it. But right here we're looking at, this is Belle represented with with a rose. We have the water. I want to say, is this the water lily? This is the water lily, right? Not the lotus. I always
believe this is.
That, so I apologize.
No, I was doing that too, and now that I'm looking at it, I put them in order that I found them. So I think this is the water lily. I believe this is Tiana. We'll find out soon enough.
Exactly. And there's also, I can just list them out. There's Rapunzel with the sundrop flower. There's Moana with the hibiscus. There's Mulan with the cherry blossom. So you've got, and then Jasmine with the lotus. So they're all featured among the sets here, and just really, really beautiful. I think this is actually the water lily.
Okay, yeah, no, lily. I think you're correct. So I did something wrong in my organization.
No, in fairness to you, Becca, I don't think I put them here in the same way they're listed in the article. So,
okay.
So yeah, no, on me. Let's see. Jeffrey is saying he needs. They have 4 trees and they need more for all their ornaments. There's a Haunted Mansion tree topper as well. So lots of Haunted Mansion stuff from Hallmark. So be sure to check that out. Stephen popping by to say hi. But we wanted to be sure that you knew about these stacked ring sets that have popped up from our friends over at RockLove. Once again, they're all available in sterling silver, but then some of them are available in the yellow gold, and then others are available in the rose gold. It looks to me like Belle, Moana, and I'm going to say Mulan are in the rose gold. And then I'm going to say that Jasmine, Tiana, and Rapunzel are in that yellow gold. So that's what I'm gonna guess based upon my limited floral knowledge. That's my limited floral knowledge. Meanwhile, over at the big box, Sam's Club, you can pick up some Disney stuff. In fact, I saw the Disney 100 floaties at my very own Sam's Club just the other day. I saw these; they were there already. But apparently, also coming are some sets of earbands.
Yeah,
pretty cool idea.
I think this is smart and dangerous at the same time, because you're going to get your little Disney fans excited to have multiple collections of ears, and it's just going to go from there. But yeah, I think this is actually a set where you will get you'll get all 5 ears in one set for $25, which is awesome.
And these are a much lighter weight and obviously the lower price point. So you're not as concerned about their longevity, right? When you're looking at, 5 for $25 versus 1 for $35 now, I think.
Yes.
Often.
Yes.
Very different budget dynamic. So they have a villain set. We've got Cruella, Queen of Hearts, Ursula, Maleficent, and the Evil Queen. From Snow White.
I think you're right.
And then with the princesses, we've got Snow White, Belle, Rapunzel, Ariel, and I'm guessing Jasmine. So
I would maybe I'm thinking Jasmine, but it might be Moana. No, it probably is Jasmine, but it almost looks like palm trees on the ears, which makes me think Moana. But yeah, I think you're right though. It probably is Jasmine.
And there's also a few water bottle designs that have been available featuring the Disney characters. These are falling into that kind of Disney 100 focus with the color scheme and broad collection of figures available. So those are simply modern, keep you hydrated and Disney-fied during the summer. And all of these are available at Sam's Club. Many of these are also available on their Sam's Club website. So whether on the shelves or on the site, you can bring all that home from Sam's Club. In the world of Disney 100, a new title is hitting shelves soon. That's Disney 100 edition of Disney A to Z.
Yeah, so I think this is the 6th edition. I've not ever read this book or this encyclopedia, but I think it's very smart that they're doing one for the 100th anniversary, and how cool that we already have 6 editions. So like it's pretty amazing. This is coming in September, but you can pre-order it now on Amazon for $50. And yeah, it covers.
I was going to say, no, it's a great tome. They tend to be rather thick, nice, sit on the shelf. You can easily pull to, alphabetically. So want to know who Moana is? You just open up the book, throw it out. If you're sitting there and you're debating how to spell a character's name, you can look it up in the book. They have attractions. They
Very
have movies.
Important.
Nice little synopsis of, just all sorts of elements within that Disney universe are represented in the Disney A to Z. We have several of the editions here. So I suspect the 6th edition will also find its way to our house.
So Gio is the cover? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Please, go ahead.
I was just going to say, is the cover the same as what you have right now? With the icons, obviously different color.
No, the one I have is I don't remember which edition of the Disney A to Z, and it's just it has like that Disney-fied toony kind of lettering, and I want to say it has a pen on it. So this one has a very polished look to it. So I'm excited to pick this up with the prismatic figures on it. As Gio says, it's been a while, so maybe time to get the updated version. Yeah, it's kind of like when my family had World Book. When we used to have a whole shelf dedicated to a set of World Book encyclopedia, you would maybe buy the little end book and, do the update for a few years before you'd reinvest in a whole big, collection of books. By the way, little secret, we would buy ours from libraries after they were a few years old anyway, because there wasn't going to pay full price for the encyclopedia.
No, I get that. Really, but if you received it as a gift, you would be like, of course, this is wonderful.
But yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to this edition and seeing what they've added, seeing what's been updated. So it'll be a lot of fun. And it's exciting to see Stephen Benini's name on there. He was one of the presenters at Destination D, and I very much enjoyed his insights into all things Disney. And he was one of the hosts on that segment of Disney music on the Disney Hits channel on Sirius. They have like various, like either just Joe Blow, so anybody could submit your list, and then they'll ask you to come and record. Well, they'll ask you to record and send in your stuff, or sometimes they get Disney personalities. And he was one of the Disney personalities, and it was like some of his favorite songs, and talked a little bit about each one. It's kind of fun. So yeah, so I enjoyed that. Within the world of classic shorts, there's a new Blu-ray collection making its way to shelves on June 27th.
Yeah, Alex reviewed the Blu-ray release, and this is the volume 2 of Mickey and Friends classic shorts. He says the first one focused mostly on Mickey, but this time we get a little bit more of the other characters. And you've got shorts like Lonesome Ghosts, Pluto and the Gopher, Mr. Duck Steps Out, Pluto's Party, Boat Builders, a couple others, including the band concert. So this sounds like a lot of fun. And while there's not much new about it, we do have a couple different audio options, and the packaging is really cool as well. So Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I haven't collected any of these Disney 100 DVDs or Blu-rays. Have you picked up any of them?
No, I've stopped buying hard media, but with this latest Disney Plus stuff, maybe I'll be changing my mind and start buying hard media again, physical media. But one of the things that he pointed out is that on this release, there's several of the titles that have not been made available, right? It makes them the first time that they're available on Blu-ray. So be sure to read Alex's piece to find out. Perhaps there are some of those shorts on Disney Plus that you would like to own. Check out and see. Perhaps they're part of this collection so that you can bring them home Not that any of those have been listed among the farewell items, but now that we all know that's more of a possibility, I think our minds are beginning to kind of shift that way a little bit as to wanting to maintain our own ownership of certain titles that have been available to us on Disney Plus. In the world of a Marvel, Her Universe stepping into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this collection, as is Kyle. We've been debating whether or not to pick up that Spider-Gwen hoodie there because he really likes Spider-Gwen and I look good in girls' hoodies. So,
there you go. You wear it, he gets to see it.
On that one.
It works perfectly.
But yeah, this is all themed to the new movie that's coming out, Across the Spider-Verse. This is, I guess, the second movie in the Sony Miles Morales Spider-Verse series, and I think there's supposed to be at least a third one. But yeah, I really like this. We've got the leggings there, so you can kind of put together the whole Gwen Stacy look or Spider-Gwen look without having to make it look too cosplay. This is Spider-Punk. This is an exclusive, I believe that's an exclusive backpack at I want to say at Hot Topic, but I might have that wrong.
Oh, Kyle is sharing that it has the winning point for me, that hoodie. I love thumb holes in my hoodie. That makes me so happy. Oh, that makes me so happy. Okay. Ooh. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, we've got this. Exactly, with the Miles version of the spider logo, which changes a little bit, but there we go. That's very much the Miles look right there. So there's hoodie. We've got the jacket. For the girls' clothes, they have most of the items that they offer are available not only in the regular sizes but also in plus sizes. So everybody can be part of this, like a little bit of cosplay, if you will, or represent your favorite character.
Nice. Every time that Across the Spider-Verse stuff pops up, I'm like, I really need to give this a shot because the vibe of the merchandise is so appealing that I'm like, maybe I would actually like the product too. So yeah.
The movie, I really liked Into the Spider-Verse. It's one of the best Spider-Man films, and that's saying a lot, I think. Ooh. This is Spider-Man 2099. So I believe
he would wear that. Could you see Doobie wearing that?
Yeah. He was wearing X-Men the other night. I did not know he liked X-Men. Or is he just collecting Disney shirts?
It was a birthday gift. No, it was a birthday gift. So, but it looks good. Meanwhile, my husband is saying, no. Oh. Are there too many seeming holes in it? Is that what it is? I suspect it's this part up by the shoulder.
Oh.
I has him you wouldn't want it.
But you're not looking at it, Doobie. Everybody else is. You don't have to see it when it's on you.
Meanwhile, Tony Betty reminding us that sometimes Disney Plus will make changes to movies too. So if you want to have it be sure to check and see if the hard copy is unedited, and then you can get the hard copy. Yeah, see, I was right. It looks like a skull face to him. It does kind of look a little like Punisher. Isn't that it? Is it Punisher?
Yeah, it looks a little bit like Punisher. I would totally agree with that. It's the right publisher too. So
yep.
Marvel.
Okay, continuing with Marvel, I want to know if Becca has any of these on her shopping list. There's some Loki coming from the team at Roosevelt's.
Yeah, and they actually have one woman's cut in the design that I like, but my size was sold out by the time I had finished updating Loki? The article. Yeah, I think this is great. I would totally wear this with my Loki ring, and then I have my Loki ears. Like it would be so perfect. But no, I did not grab this time. But they also have it, of course, in the standard unisex cut as well. Everything with Roosevelt's. On first look, I'm like, okay, this is cool. I think this is a good looking shirt. And then the more I look at them, the more I'm like, there's so many details. And so the longer I'm around the Roosevelt's collections, the more I like them. So I'm still easing into this one. if you will. But in terms of the quality of the shirts that they have, like you can't miss. Yeah, this is Loki with I think this is called Asgard's Finest, or no, not Finest. I forget what it's called. Let me scroll down here. But yeah, that one has a big group scene there. Asgard's worst, not finest, they're worst. I think we've got Loki in the center there, of course, and then Thor. I believe it's Wasp. We've got Captain America and Iron Man below him, and then I think that is Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel. So in the white costume there. If I did my research correctly.
And these are more of the comic book styles, so that's why it's a little bit more of a guessing game because they aren't as familiar.
I mean, not to me, right? There's people who definitely know, and they're like, "Wow, well, this is this version of Thor and that version of Wasp, and this is
right." Like, sorry, we're MCU people. We're MCU people. Sorry.
Right, I know. But yeah, this collection kind of spans everything because we do have that alligator Loki. The tag in the back is the Loki logo from the show. So I believe this is supposed to be representative of yes, Tom Hiddleston,
the Disney Plus series,
the Disney Plus series, and obviously yes, alligator Loki from that. But yeah. Lots of green, as you would expect, but definitely a fun collection.
Yeah,
have
so
you
be sure to check out the collection. We've got it all written up here in the Roosevelt's Loki piece. And as always, if you see one of these that you like, don't wait too long because their stock can move quickly, and it can take a while for it to replenish. And as Gio says, the Disney 100 Roosevelts have returned. Many of them are available again. There were a few of the kids sizes and women's sizes were listed as pre-order, and those were beginning to disappear again as available. So if you were interested in Roosevelt's Disney 100 designs, I would suggest being sure to stop over there and grabbing those if they were of interest to you. Because these aren't available in parks yet. We're only seeing them online and then select locations. And honestly, most of the locations I've seen have been kind of east of the Mississippi. Some Hallmark shops out that way. I know Buc-ee's has carried some Roosevelts. I haven't heard of the Disney 100 designs being in the Buc-ee's, but that's not to say they're not. Those mostly I've seen people saying they're grabbing them at certain Hallmark shops. But like I say, most of those posts have been from accounts I've noticed tended to be more kind of east of the Mississippi.
I think
but my husband doesn't want you to buy. My husband doesn't want you to buy the Steamboat Willie one because he has that one, and he doesn't like to be dressed like other people.
Just really, I know. Well, Roosevelt's is not the collection to purchase then because everybody has that. Or you just can't wear it to Disney themed functions. That's what the thing is. You got to wear it somewhere else where people won't be wearing Disney Roosevelts.
Yes. If you're going to a D23 Steamboat Willie event and you show up in a Roosevelt shirt thinking you're going to be the only one, you will be sadly mistaken.
Well, I think four of the people on our team have that Steamboat Willie shirt. That Roosevelt Steamboat Willie shirt.
I'm pretty sure.
I have one of the Disney 100s, and I know Kyle and Tony have one of the alternate colorways of the Disney 100. So, there's our team could probably all wear the same collection. We probably all have shirts from the same collection. Be quite crazy.
Nothing wrong with wearing this shirt. It's perfectly wonderful. No, it's a wonderful shirt. It's very comfortable. It's beautiful. Just Doobie has bought one and he is trying to keep other people from being dressed like him. Nothing. That's it. It's just Doobie being ridiculous. It's a fantastic shirt. Some online there's evidence of him attired similarly to our CEO here. They both showed up to dinner on the cruise wearing their Steamboat Willie shirts, and it it was adorable because they look like brothers from another mother. Diamond Select is bringing stunning collectibles to us from the world of Star Wars. This armorer is really, really, really beautiful.
Yeah, I think this is great. Very detailed, of course, as you can see there. But yeah, these are this is a new pre-order at Entertainment Earth. This is 1.7 or well, not 1.7. It's a 7-inch scale or 1/7 scale. So this actually she measures about sorry, I'm looking at all my notes now. She measures about 10 inches tall on top of the diorama base. This is a limited edition, so there's only 3,000 of these. So if this armorer is somebody you want in your collection, don't hesitate to pre-order. But yeah, coming in November. Just fantastic detail.
Oh, really, really gorgeous. They're also bringing to life Cobb Vanth, a favorite of our very own Mike Celestino, who's the boss. This helmet is removable.
Yeah, which is, of course, a huge selling feature, right? And I mean, like, because you might want to have him in the armor, but then also you could take that off, and then yeah, it looks exactly like Cobb Vanth.
Yep. I wonder if
I love how beat up the armor is too, because I keep forgetting like that's how Boba Fett found it. You know, all those years later.
Yep. Yeah. I wonder if we'll find our way to. I'm not sure, Stephen, what question you're asking. So there's nothing wrong with any. We haven't been talking about any T-shirts. I'm not sure what you're asking about. And no, Cobb Vanth was not played by Josh Duhamel, and that's not who that looks like. That looks like the very fine actor who that is, whose name
Timothy
I don't know.
Oliphant, I
Thank
think.
you. That's it.
Okay.
I knew it was Timothy, but I was going to say the wrong last name. I was going to say the last name of the guy from Psych, and I knew that was wrong. So there you go. So yeah, but once again, this is also available for pre-order from Entertainment Earth. And finally, concept art for Han Solo. This is a little different.
Yeah.
This is based on Ralph McQuarrie concepts. It's a 12-inch jumbo action figure. So this is in the style of those Kenner toys from the era, but inspired by the concept art for apparently.
Yeah.
So there you go.
This has been something that Lucasfilm has licensed to several different retailers. We've seen some Funko Pop with Darth Vader and R2-D2 and C-3PO in their concept art. There might even have been I think there were even concept art action figures of Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi that they released last year, and they had it on Shop Disney, and people were complaining that they didn't look like the characters, completely missing the point that this was the concept art, which it was fully explained in the description. But yeah, so this doesn't look like the Han Solo we know at all, but you kind of get the idea where he started and how that character evolved, right?
I'm kind of wishing it had that thing in its arm, you know, like Vader had with those toys when we were little, whereas like it would just slide out of his arm, the lightsaber. It wasn't like a separate piece. You just slide this little thing and it would like just slide out of his hand. So yeah.
That would, yeah, so yeah.
I kind of wish they'd gone that far with it. I missed the white band. Gee, I was scrolling around seeing if I could find it again, but I'm not seeing this white band. Oh, there you go. Oh, for the free shipping. Oh yeah, free that shipping, is a parent's nightmare right there. Yeah, that is not creepy at all.
Any order, you can enter free ship 59 if you're spending $59 or more. But if you're buying in-stock items, you can use the code LPFAN and you can get 10% off your in-stock items, as well as, again, free shipping if it's at $59 or more. So,
well, there you go. We are on the cusp of the debut of The Little Mermaid. And I know it's not merchandise, but over the course of this movie's arrival, I have just become such a fan of Hallie. Her Instagram, her socials have just been delightful as she is reveling in the fun, like stumbling on enormous images of herself in various places as the movie arrives, and her looks along the red carpet have been stunning. Each and every one slightly different, but so mermaid and princess and just incredible. So if you haven't checked out her socials, give them a look, because they're really amazing. And before we get to Becca's shopping list, Becca, it's an anniversary today. Check it out.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Just a few years back. This is
No, yeah, like what, 2010?
Yep. 5/23. So
and 23, of course, is a lost number.
One of the greatest series of all time. Did you end up getting any lost swag or any merchandise back in that era?
No, I actually came to the series after it had all aired. But I ended up buying the first 2 seasons for my dad. Oh, that's so cool.
My little Lost University pencil.
That's very cool. Yeah, I bought the DVDs for my dad because he had expressed interest in it, and so then I was not living at home at that point, and I asked if I could borrow them when he was done, and he's like, "Yeah," and then I was hooked, and then it was like gifting him more. He was buying them for himself, and then we were just kind of following up with each other and binge watching everything. As much as we could.
There are some amazing podcasts out there. I want to say during COVID, Josh Wigler and Mike Bloom did Down the Hatch, a Lost rewatch. It's phenomenal. I think their podcast for the finale is like 8 hours. Just that one is 8 hours. So it's an amazing deep dive into each episode along the way. Back when Lost was happening, Crackpot Jack, I know he's still on Twitter out there as Crackpot Jack, so that's why I'm calling him that. But his Jay and Jack podcast, that was my go-to. I loved all the people at the Numbers Forum, where you could go and you could debate and talk about the imagery. That was where I first realized that there was more to the show than the surface. I was like, wait, I feel like I saw that in the last episode, and then I started to look on search engines, and I found the Numbers Forum, and then I was done. I mean, I was sunk into this universe and just had so much fun.
I think it's fantastic that this was something on network television. Like, it was free. This is the type of show that, like, going back and watching it, you're like, this is something that would have been on Netflix or on HBO Max or on Showtime or something like that, where behind some type of paywall. And no, instead, this was on ABC. If you could get a television signal in your home, you could watch this show. So.
In fact, the pilot episode was featured during ABC primetime weekend at Disney California Adventure. I believe it was in the a theater where they had that Golden Dreams. Is that what it was called, DB? The film about the history of California. Instead, that place became known as the screening room, and the Lost pilot was among the items that were available there. Imagine having seen that on a much larger venue. Like, that would have been so cool.
Absolutely.
I missed that. I saw a lot of other things during ABC primetime. Somehow I missed that. Gio saying they streamed it on ABC's website at the time. So it was just such an interesting show, such a unique, debatable show. All these years later, people are still debating, still talking, an incredibly polarizing finale. I loved it. So,
do you have a favorite character or like character dynamic?
It would change. So I would say it would change so much. Like certain episodes, I would be really embraced embracing a certain character and then a different time. Nah, not so much. Oh man. Yeah, Doobie does not. We will not take any dissension that the finale was anything other than perfect. But
I 100% agree.
it was such a good show.
Yes. Yeah, I absolutely loved the ending. Like even the very last frame. It's just like, okay, I see what you're going for here, and this is just poetic and beautiful. And yeah.
Yep. Truly special. There's a series right now on YouTube. If you search 815 Departures Pilot, the Lost Pilot, you can find it. It's 6 episodes, and it's a deep dive kind of into that initial pilot because it was so ridiculous. I mean, it was just a very unique. I did very unique. It was a unique creature within the space. And they start the thing with just describing the turmoil of the Disney company at the time, because it was, during that time where there had been the Save Disney, campaign, and we were kind of just coming off of that dynamic of the board having ousted Eisner, and then you kind of go into the development of how this managed to find its way to get greenlit. So yeah, just a really fascinating YouTube series, fan done, very, very entertaining. If you are interested in the history of Disney, check it out. Another thing that's celebrating an anniversary, believe it or not, back in 2005, this debuted, VMK. And you could go and you could exist in this little fun universe online that was kind of like being in a Disney theme park with heavily edited discussion opportunities. And then you could go to the parks and you could do little activities, and then you could earn little prizes that within this universe of the virtual Magic Kingdom.
Very cool.
Based upon that. So
didn't they have that at the D23 Expo, but it was, or is that something else I was thinking, where you could set up
that's similar. That is at the recent D23 Expo, they had the character you could create, and then you could do a scavenger hunt. And then, let's see. So what does Tony saying? VMK was a top 5 headache of my college program because those cards, unlike Lost, were behind a paywall, at least in my location. Oh, okay. So yeah. So it was a lot of fun. People speak fondly. People speak fondly of it, the virtual Magic Kingdom. And I stumbled on my cards, and then I looked it up and I realized, it's an anniversary. So, talk about it just a wee bit before Becca reminds you of all the other merchandise on Laughing Place that you can learn more about that we didn't talk about here.
Yes, we do have a lot more to talk about. Pintastic Tuesday again. We have some 4 D23 exclusives today, which I was really surprised about that. And then there's some other cute Disney animation as well, and some Marvel, Spider-Verse and Guardians of the Galaxy. Twice Upon a Year sale is happening right now on Shop Disney, and you can save up to 40% on several different Disney items: home decor, vacation essentials, swimwear, a little bit of everything. The Little Mermaid today, Happy Meal toys arrived at McDonald's. So we have a post up about that. I haven't actually gone to McDonald's yet. Did you?
They're coming home. No, Doobie,
they're coming home.
It's Tuesday. Tuesday is McDonald's Day in the Mosley home. So fingers crossed our McDonald's will have them, because I would like to see them because they look cool.
Yeah, I agree. If you're a fan of gargoyles, Lexington has joined the clan, the gang. Ultimate Figures has been introducing the characters over the past year, I think. And so Lexington is now available for pre-order. BB-8 Pride Pop and Bag Bundle goes on sale tomorrow. This is a limited edition as part of Funko's Pops with Purpose. So that will be available tomorrow. And then we have Minnie and Donald Halloween Funko, which we saw last year, but they're coming back. So there's pre-order right now. They're on Entertainment Earth, and both of them are dressed up in candy corn colors, and they're going to go trick-or-treating. We saw some of the Diamond Select figures from Star Wars. There's also some Marvel busts as well. Gwen Stacy, and I believe we have Apocalypse and a couple others. Marvel Legends Squadron Supreme, a 2-pack has been teased. This is Nighthawk and Blur. Mac has an article up for us. And finally, Yoda. Yoda's lightsaber is now part of the Disney Legacy lightsabers, and this is a set with the hilt and a blade, and a smaller blade. I think it's only 29 inches compared to the standard. I think they do 32 to 36, depending on the character. So if you are in the market for Star Wars collectibles, new on Shop Disney.
And as Tony points out in this incredibly long message, you could get the Frontierland cards and Splash Mountain ones by making purchases in the shops, which more than often would just be given out, and then they'd run out. And that was part of the problem. And now that I remember, looking at these cards now, I remember that some of them were like that, because this one says, "Congratulations, your purchase of a real pin entitles you to an exclusive pin in Virtual Magic Kingdom. Your purchase of a hat entitles you to a virtual hat." So I forgot that, yeah, some of these were connected to purchases within the park too. So yeah, that was fun though. I miss that kind of. I was whining earlier today to our team that I miss the corporate rah-rah stuff that would happen that wasn't behind paywalls in the truest sense. Like we had ESPN the weekend, Star Wars weekend, soap opera weekends, ABC primetime weekend. You know, there were all these like fun ways to go. You'd be at the park because you're an annual pass holder. So that's why I don't think of them as being like truly behind a paywall in the same way. And you'd go there and it'd be rah, rah, yay, here's the latest thing. And you get all excited about whatever, was coming next. And sometimes I'd end up watching TV shows that I would have never had any interest in checking out, but I had stumbled on the cast being interviewed, there by the Paradise Bay Lagoon, and you're like, oh, they're kind of fun. Like Zachary Levi was on one of them. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll turn into that. He's delightful. I'll check it out, and I ended up watching a couple episodes of whatever show that was. I don't even remember it now, but there you go. So
I'm trying to think what he was on. That was
he
Disney.
He wasn't on Less Than Perfect, was he? ABC?
I don't.
As I recall, it was a show with Andy Dick, Sherry Shepherd. I think they were also both on it. So yeah, but I don't remember. I don't remember much more beyond that. So there you have it. But I guess that's it for us this week at Barely Necessities Tonight. We've got 2 contests for you on Disney Trivia Live at 7:30. It's episode 255. Hey, I was right. It was Less Than Perfect. Parades and fireworks. We're celebrating nighttime entertainment. And so it's a 2 trivia contests, one about parades, the other about fireworks. That's tonight at 7:30 right here on this very YouTube channel. So if you enjoy all things Disney, staying up to date on the news and information happening within the Disney company, whether it's Star Wars, Marvel, Disney Plus, Disney Parks, even Nat Geo, we talk about it here. You can read about it on Laughing Place, or you can ring the bell, subscribe, and get notified when we go live, keeping you up to date on all those things. With that, I guess that's it for us. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.